Director of Emergency Services in Redford County. Were you taken by surprise?
I think what surprised me most was the rate of snowfall accumulation. The Ottawa Valley is no stranger to winter, to big snowfall, but this happened very quickly, very abruptly, and I think that caught even the most keen weather watcher off guard. And I think as the forecast became revised over time, I think anybody that I've seen on social media is alarmed by the rate of snowfall accumulation. And for me, the next thing we're watching right now is watching the drifting. We're getting up into 50-kilometer-hour winds this afternoon. When you start pushing around 30 to 50 centimeters of snow and starts to pile up in places where you don't want it, that's equally concerning in terms of access and visibility this afternoon.
Can you stay with us for one more call? We have, is that okay, Mike?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so I want to get to Laura, who's in Toronto, because you are a witness to sort of the work of an ambulance, which is Mike Nolan's work. So I just wanted to get a sense of what happened. Can you tell us what's going on?
Hi, Amanda. Yeah, I looked out the window and I saw an ambulance in the intersection at St. Clair and St. Clair and Westboro Road. And at first I thought it was abandoned because there were no drive, didn't see anyone. And then I saw two paramedics walking someone, helping them walk to the ambulance. I thought, wow, go guys, like it was great.
They couldn't get any closer, in other words.
No, they couldn't drive down the road.
Yeah.
So they just stopped and walked.
Laura, thank you for reporting on that. Mike, what kind of burden does this add to your work?
Well, yeah, and first thanks to Laura for acknowledging, the effort that's going on out there. Ambulances, alongside some response vehicles and so on, are equally challenged by this weather as everybody else in terms of time and distance, traction, and just being able to access people. It's something that is really often the untold story. So Laura bringing it forward, I think, underscores the importance of the fact that these medical emergencies happen all the time. Some of them are avoidable, some of them are not. In Redford County right now, we have our crews out on side-by-sides with safety ATVs with tracks on them, just to go up farm lanes, just to go through neighborhoods and be able to access people at their front door, instead of trying to get someone from the home to the ambulance, and in some cases to the heart institute into the cath lab because they're having a heart attack. Those little bits of extra effort that it takes everybody can mean life or death consequences.
You've used drones as well in your region. Are you using them today?
Yeah, the drones and our Sierra team, which is our special operations team, is being specially deployed for both the side-by-side and road use. And one example for you on that, Amanda, if we have a motor vehicle collision today, we need to be able to clear the scene and make sure that no one's left behind. Someone in a head injury and they wander into the bush or off the road. Using a drone to be able to clear that scene and not have the trucks do the snowbank gives everybody an extra sense of assurance that no one's been left behind.
Mike Nolan, thank you so much. I know how busy you are, so I really appreciate the time that you're spending with us today.
Well, thank you, Amanda. Thanks for the callers for the great points. And, please keep all the first responders and public works people in your thoughts today. It's going to be a difficult day ahead.
Thank you. Mike Nolan is Chief Paramedic and Director of Emergency Services in Redford County. And I just want to get back to our calls. We've got Peter, who's in Woodstock. Peter, what's your experience today?
Well, I've worked for a snow removal company.
Yeah.
So I've been out about 2 a.m. Getting rid of the snow. There's 5 feet. I haven't seen this in a couple of years. But, for me, it's fun because I like to box snow and shovel snow. So, it's work. And, I see a lot of people taking out their cars. I see a lot of transport trucks on the road with slow going, trying to get from site to site. But, it's winter, it's fun. I just thought I'd call in.
Well, yeah, let me hang on to you for a second. So you've had actually not a bad year so far in terms of snow, not a lot of snow.
No, this is the first significant snowfall of the year.
And can you tell me about what you've probably done a bunch of driveways. Do you actually have to go back and do them again?
Yes, that's done actually. This will be my third time going through. I do a lot of housing units, so this is my third time going through all of the houses.
And can you tell me about how passable the roads are right now in Woodstock?
An hour ago, I was going around because transport trucks were being stuck just on any slight hill. They're getting stuck, there's traffic jam. Right now, the main roads are pretty clear. It has kind of stopped snowing now, so things are getting cleared, staying clear, so that's a good sign. But it's pretty hectic in the morning commute.
I wanted to just ask you, how far is Windsor from Woodstock? How many hours drive?
It's about 3 hours.
3 hours. I was just looking at a photograph of Windsor, Ontario, and there's no snow.
Oh, really? That's funny. That is funny.
Yes.
We have just three offices, one in London and Woodstock, Wilsonburg, and 3 different snowfalls. Woodstock is getting nothing while London is getting hammered, and vice versa. So that really, it's really the weather patterns and lake effect snow that really, it affects the area.
Yeah. Well, listen, I want to wish you the best of luck in your work today, because I know it's going to be a busy one, and you'll be making people getting their money's worth out of you on this trip. Peter,
yeah. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for having us, Peter. We have a couple of updates that our desk is telling us about. Police have extended the closure of Highway 7 from Ottawa to Caledar. It's closed in both directions. It has been in both directions between Highway 41 and Caledar to Perth. Also, Greater Toronto area is getting, again, this accumulation of 6 to 10 centimeters of snow every hour. And the OPP has closed the Gardner as well as some of the other major roads in the Toronto area. So let's go back to the phone. We have now Steve, who's in Mississauga. Steve, go ahead. What can you report to us?
Well, actually, the roads aren't. I'm coming home from a service call I was supposed to do this morning. The roads are pretty clear. The problem is, buses are plowed in the windrows. Cars trying to cross the windrows, they get stuck. Here in Ontario right now, making my way down to Lakeshore. Want to stay off the highway.
Yeah, can you tell me, what this is caused by, I guess, gusts of, when the snow is piling up onto the vehicles, right?
Well, it's more after the plowing, because, like I said, I'm on here, Ontario now, and you get the where the plows came through, the windrows are over the intersections or into businesses, and cars try to come out of there and they get stuck. It took me a couple hours to dig out this morning. I live, my house is South Hamilton, I just off the link. And what surprised me was there was hardly any cars on the road all the way down through and then onto the 407 from the 403. It was pretty clear. There's only an OPP prisoner transfer van that I passed, but then we came across a convoy of snowplows, and
Hallelujah.
yeah, so that was going to be a little bit slow, but then all of a sudden, just after Appleby line, they stopped in the middle of the road, and there was a plow that was coming off on the on-ramp onto the 407 that was sucked. So they kind of, a couple of those plows ended up taking him out. Surprising thing though is you get these anxious people that they want to try and pass everything. So
Yeah.
I managed to get off on the next exit off the 407.
You're on your way home?
I'm on my way home right now, yes.
How long is it taking you to get home?
Probably a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Yeah, this morning it was, I have a little all-wheel drive Volkswagen, and it's got all-wheel drive. The problem was that I only was going about a kilometer because the snow was too deep and the car was hanging up, but I managed to get out of there. Once I got out of the main road, it's not too bad.
Steve,
Again,
yeah. Well, I want to wish you the best of luck on your way home today. And I guess, you know, a lot of people were sent out to work today only to be turned around and sent home. And you are joining all of the rest of those who are on the highway. Let me just a quick update that the eastbound Gardner is fully open and the westbound Gardner is now open from Jarvis. The Don Valley Parkway remains closed at this hour. And let's go to Suzanne, who's in Toronto. Suzanne, tell us about what you're experiencing today.
Well, I guess if one is driving, it's bad, but it was pretty tough walking as well, but no problem. I can drink my own coffee, but I needed to know what was going on out there, so I decided to walk over to Rosabelle's, and I just live on Indian Road in Toronto, and I decided to walk over and get a coffee over there instead of taking my own. Well, it took me quite a long time to walk over there, which is not very far, about 5 minutes on a normal day, but it took me quite a while because, oh my goodness, the snow is up to my knees nearly.
Wow.
And it was kind of tough going through there. Some people have cleared their walks a little bit, tried to, and surprisingly, our street had the snow plow go by, which doesn't usually happen. We always seem to be the last ones, but this time. Anyway, I walked over to Rosabelle's and got my coffee and walked on home, and it was just the same. The snow was more heavy than I thought. Because I've been out in deep snow before, and if it's kind of light, it's you know, you just make a pathway through and carry on. But this snow was very heavy, so it was really, it was fun. Anyway, I keep on saying, I'm Canadian. I can't imagine life without winter.
Yeah.
So I love